Greetings, friends. My name is Dr. James DeFrancisco, Jim DeFrancisco, to all of you. And I'm going to do a meditation this morning. This is a real meditation. It's unscripted except for what's in the scriptures themselves in the Bible. And I will be using the Bible from the ancient Eastern manuscripts, the Holy Bible, translated by Dr. George Lamsa from the ancient Aramaic text. I have let the dogs out at my son's house this morning, fed the animals, two dogs, one um, little pit bull puppy, thinks he's a puppy, he's a little bit over a year old now, and also the St. Bernard, and then the two cats they have, and the one cat that I have, and then I'm going to go feed the fish and change the filter in the pond and go out and mow the lawn. So today's a day out in nature. And this meditation is from Job chapter 37, and I'll just read here from the scriptures themselves. At this also man's heart trembles and is moved out of its place. Listen attentively to the raging of his voice and the judgment that goes out of his mouth. Under the whole of heaven the people shall praise him, and his light shines upon the ends of the earth. In his own place he thunders with the voice of his excellency, and he will not need to search them out when his voice is heard. God thunders with his voice. Great and marvelous things does he, which we cannot understand. For he said to the snow, fall on the earth, likewise to the gentle rain, and to the heavy rain. He limits the power of every man, that all men may know his work. Then the wild beasts go into their lurking places and remain in their dens. Out of the inner chambers comes the whirlwind, and cold out of the downpour. But the breath of God, by the breath of God, ice is given, and he causes abundant water to pour down. The clouds are stretched out greatly. He spreads the clouds by his light, and they turn around about by his counsels, that they may do whatever he commands them upon the face of his habitable earth. He causes it to rain, whether it be for the princes, or for the land, or for the kindness of those who are found upon it. Hearken to this, O Job. Listen and consider the wondrous works of God. Do you know what God has ordained for them, and what causes the light of his clouds to shine? Do you know the balancing of the clouds, the wondrous works of him who is perfect in knowledge? Do you know why your garments get hot when the earth changes its position after the equinox? Were you with him when he spread out the great sky, helping him hold it up? Teach us what we shall say to him, that we may not hide because of the darkness. Relate to him that which he has said, and if a man speaks, surely he shall be consumed. And now men cannot see the light which shines in the sky, but the wind passes and cleanses it. Golden gleams come out of the north, and light shines from God. As for the Almighty, he is excellent in power and in justice. The Prince of the righteous will not afflict his people. Therefore men shall fear him, and all that are wise in heart shall tremble before him. And before I go back out in nature today, there's a few thoughts that I want to focus on for myself, and I encourage you to focus on these as well. First of all, God is awesome. And that word awesome means not only does he have a beautiful sunset, but he's awful. He has a powerful voice throughout the universe. I heard thunder this morning, saw lightning, and the rain came down. And we know of tsunamis and earthquakes and all kinds of phenomena. We look at the solar system, the stars, the constellations, and God is absolutely incredible. He's beautiful in his handiwork, but he's also powerful. So we must not forget that. He's an awesome God. He's a fearful God, and we must respect him. The other thing is that it says here to teach us in verse 19 what we shall say to him, that we may not hide because of the darkness. We need to know how to communicate with God. And we need to know that we are humble before God. We must not only consider his wondrous works, but one of his wondrous works, if not the most amazing of all, are human beings. And when I think of some of the things I've said to human beings and some of the things I hear being said, especially about various political groups and about different ethnicities and different religions, every one of our words is powerful. Words have creative energy, and we will be held accountable for each one of them. Not that God is waiting to punish us for them, but they're like seeds, and they go out in the universe, and there's a cause and effect relationship between those seeds.